Fucking serious and happy. I don't know really going on.
Alright. Once more, we like to give all honor and glory and praises to the Most High Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. The men who outside here for many years, pushing and teaching the word in sincerity and truth against this wicked kingdom, this Babylon. Peace and salutation to all the brothers, right? All you have come across the four corners of the earth also, striving and pushing also. In spite of everything we have to endure, forces, powers, we outside here doing the best on a daily basis. By the grace of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, not Jesus Christ. Right? So we're going to go straight into it. Right? 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and 4.
Holy Spirit. That's what I was going for. You go for the time?
No.
Yeah. 2 Corinthians chapter 10. Verse 4, right? 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds.
Right. So the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, right? But spiritual, mighty to pull down the strongholds. And why some of the strongholds of our people outside here? The worldly education system. Christianity is another stronghold that have our people in bondage, right? How somebody go take your ancestors into slavery, right? And then want to tell you after a harsh slavery that you have to live in love and oneness with your oppressors. When everything they have, they get over your ancestors, blood, sweat and tears. That is a stronghold that needs to come down in this modern day Babylon. Sure. Right? Larry, get the scripture is saying, spirit in prophets about that they will never hold the peace. Right? Because many people just get tired of seeing these men outside here talking against the wickedness. But all they just blind. But we're not going on war with peace.
Right.
Day, night and night.
Right.
Because it's time for this wicked system to go down.
That's right.
Right? And anybody who don't want to hear the words we speaking is because all you're getting a little consolation, so you have hope. But soon enough, when you're going to realize what's going on in Venezuela, when I come in Trinidad.
That's right.
And then it's going to come on all your doorstep.
That's right.
When all you're hungry and the grocery closed down, KFC, Royal Castle, everything will close down.
That's right.
And we will see what all your cry going on be.
Right.
This is Isaiah chapter 62, verse 6. It says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night.
So you see what's going on? The Most High say you will set watchmen upon the doors of Jerusalem. So don't go say, wait now, there ain't nobody in Jerusalem. No! Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. The children
Yeah, speak like that.
The children of Israel is a people. And you and anybody cannot be an Israelite. You have to be of the lineage of one in the 12th son of Jacob.
That's right.
And a lineage cannot mix. Israel is a people, right? Who your father is, that is who you is. No matter if you're going to India or China and have sex with a woman and bring forth seed with them, you still is what your father is.
That's right.
Let alone mix outside here. You will look like somebody else. But who your father is, that who you is. So the scriptures say, he will set watchmen upon the walls of Jerusalem who will never hold their peace. Can.
This is this is Ezekiel chapter 5, verse 5. Thus said the Lord Yahweh power, this is Jerusalem, I have set in the midst of the nation and country that are round about her.
So you see, it's a people, not a place. People getting tired up with this thing. I is a Trinidad and I is a Douglas. That way the scripture called confusion of faces. They will look like something else, but who your father is, where your ancestry lineage go back to, that is who you is. So the scriptures say our weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
right.
but spiritual, mighty towards pulling down the strongholds.
Right.
You mean to tell me your whole life you going and live, see your father go through oppression, and because you get a job that paying you a little $10,000-$15,000 a month, you comfortable with that? When the people and them who ruling over you, right, own everything, and your ancestors is who they rape, kill, murder, feed the alligators, they get all that they have. Recompense is coming.
Right.
Right? 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, I believe is 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and 6.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 14. It says, is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
So you see, Israelites, watch them walking around the place. From being kings, right? From being princes and princesses to all your lower state. Watch all they walking, the children of Israel, calling all themselves all kind of things. Calling all themselves Africans. All these not Africans, all these not Hamite. All these not the children of Ham. All these the sons, all they come to Shem. All they come to the lineage of Ham. Israelites fighting down the point of the last that is African. Right? But when Esau bring the proposal to all they want to go back to Africa? No, all they don't want to go back to Africa. If all these Africans go back to Africa. Because in all the spirit, all you know that is not what meshing up with all the spirit.
That's right.
I don't know what all the people outside here. But they've seen all these signs. Famine, pestilence, right? But we just doing my job, which is to come and prophesy, seal the elect, and get all the blood off our hand.
That's right.
But the slaughter of the Lord going to be many.
That's right.
And you're not going to spare old man, young woman, old lady, children. When the Most High ready to bring down the hammer, nobody not going to get spared.
That's right.
All they feel because what? All they know the Holy Spirit, all they know God. First thing first, the Most High never used to deal with people. The Most High just always deal with the prophets.
Right.
And then the Most High prophets will come and deal with people.
That's right.
Who tell all the Most High dealing with all you? Just when the Most High cast away the prophets and started dealing with everybody, all they off and all they wrong. And we don't like how we speaking, that all their business. The Most High just deal with the prophets, and the
Right.
prophets come and deal with the people. The scripture said the Most High is the same yesterday, today and forevermore.
That's right.
So if Amos tell you, surely he will do nothing but reveal his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, where will they come out from? Just so the Holy Spirit dealing with all you. When you ask all to explain why is the Holy Spirit, all you're going to get a feeling on your belly and jump up and ball and set a rubber show up mother assness outside here. And all you tell all yourself all you are the Holy Spirit and all you.
Yeah.
All you are real foolishness.
This is Luke chapter 1 verse 69. Luke chapter 1 verse 69. And that rise up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he speak by the mouth of his holy prophet, which have been since the world began.
So you see what the scripture says? The Most High prophets have been since the world began. I know if somebody can get the spirits of the prophets is subject to the prophets. The Most High prophets has always been. And now all you see the prophets rising back up. But guess what? If you know anything about history, when the prophets and them rise up is when destruction going to come.
Okay.
So all you don't take we word for it, all you will see when World War III start and this place start to go in disrepute, all you go see, then all you go want to know, what is these men were saying outside here? But it go be too late.
In 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 32, and the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
So that going into something all you might know about, which is called reincarnation. Because the Most High gonna make no new spirit. The scripture said he rested from the work that he took under the sun on the 6th day. So what I feel? On the 7th day, so what I feel when the Most High, a baby is being born right now in the hospital. What I feel the Most High gonna make a new spirit to put in that baby.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9. Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. And the Lord Yahweh say unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof.
So you see, the scripture said to tell the angel.
This is Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 4. He said, the Lord say unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof.
So the scripture says, tell the angel to go through the midst of Jerusalem, which is a people, not a place. Jerusalem is the Israelites. From Judah go straight down to Simeon, to Issachar, right? So that is the Israelites they're talking about. And the men out of the children of Israel, the angel said to set a mark upon them, who coming outside here and crying against all the abomination that is being done on the face of the earth. Then going in the corner in a church and singing and jumping all day, and then go home and hate the brother and the sister right after. This place is wicked. Lesbians, homosexuals, heathens ruling over the earth. People who have no kind of judgment of right and wrong. The leaders of the earth allowing homosexuals and lesbians to get liberty. This place is about to be destroyed.
Leviticus, just say set a mark on the men and sign before and and cry for the abomination and done in the midst thereof. Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
So here what the scripture say, if a man lie with a man, he may lie with a woman, that is abomination.
Abomination, Rasta.
Bestiality is abomination. Lesbianism is abomination. Blasphemy against the Lord is abomination.
Against the Lord, Most High.
Women ruling over men is abomination.
What?
Women wearing pants. Women thinking that they're equal with men is abomination. Living among the heathens is abomination. So the Most High coming to set everything straight very soon. And who don't want to hear will feel. This is not a time for brother and sister, nice speech. Destruction coming. We don't care how we sung in the eyesight of man. In the eyesight of the Most High, we looking for approval. Man heart. The scripture say man's heart, which goes back to a Hebrew word called lab, which is your mind. The heart of man is desperately wicked. There's beasts walking around outside here. Man and woman, the heart like stone. They have no love for their brothers. Right? So here what's going on.
Back in Ezekiel chapter 9. Ezekiel chapter 9 verse back in Ezekiel chapter 9 verse 5. And to the other he said in my ears, in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young.
Old and young.
He said both male and little children,
Males and little children, women and little children,
and women, but not come near any man upon whom is the mark.
So you see what the scripture said? The Most High tell the angel, do not come next to any of those men who are sighing and crying for the abomination that is being done on the face of the earth. So man, woman, child, old woman, old man, young man, not going to be spared. The Most High is respecter of no man.
That's right.
Destruction is coming. And first thing first, salvation is for Israel. So if there is not of the
Salvation is
lineage
for Israel.
of Jacob,
Right.
sadly a portion.
I have a question, brother. Before the police go, being a prince, right, I understand 12 disciplines. Disciplines. As Israelites, we carry that 6-point star because we learned from the Hebrews, and they carry the same 6-point star, and they respect the government. And they take in the sun blood, and we take in the sun blood. Who's still playing?
Well, you're not supposed to take innocent blood.
On the whole,
Right? On a whole. It have measures in which you should take shed blood.
speak it, brother.
Right? If you go against the Most High, you could shed blood. But seeing that
If you go
you're
against the Most High, you can shed
right,
blood.
but
But
seeing that you're living in Esau kingdom, you have to use wisdom.
all the time,
Because the Most High says vengeance is his.
right?
And he will come and repay. So whatever the wicked do to the Israelites, the Most High coming to execute proper judgment. We might slay them alone, but the Most High heart, the Most High might want to slay them and the whole family. So the Most High coming to execute a righteous judgment upon the face of the earth.
That's right.
The Most High say, the slaughter will be many.
That's
You
right.
guys are the Most High.
You understand? The slaughter of the Lord will be many.
I understand my discipline.
So right now, all we can do is
It's
preach.
right.
Lift up your voice like a trumpet
I'm under the Most High.
and tell your brothers and sisters of the house of Israel, which is the Negroes, the Latinos, the Hispanics, the Native Americans, Caribbean Arawaks, all is the children of Israel.
Yeah,
All is not Africans,
Israel.
right? All is the children of the Most High, Yasharala, Prince of the Power.
Come on, Pierre.
God.
This is Isaiah 66.
I don't know who's that guy.
Isaiah 66, verse 15. And read. He said, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariot like a whirlwind to rend his anger with fury and his rebuke with flame of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slay of the Lord shall be many.
Right. So the Most High saying, he come with his chariots like a whirlwind. And them chariots is what you know as so-called UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Because the rulers of this earth, their aircrafts have a mark on it, which is the blinking lights. Now we have many aircrafts that is unidentified, but not unto the prophets of the Most High. We know where it is. Now back in the ancient days, the a song that the Israelites used to sing, swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry a soul. The chariots coming to deliver the children of Israel, because it is evident the man who rules this earth, it will take a supernatural power to bring him down. Many so-called black extremists try to take down Esau, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and the list goes on.
This goes on.
All of them try and they fail. Why they fail? Because the Most High was who orchestrated a time and a place for everything.
Even the Black Panther, the Young Lords, and the
Black Panther.
Indian movement. You understand? And what?
That means that you are stand
The
up.
Most High allowed Esau to take us down because the Most High set up Esau. You understand?
So the scripture said the slaughter of the Lord going to be many. And that is why we outside here to tell all you. It have a great slaughter coming to the earth. And all you always thinking to yourself, nah man, that not going to come in real lifetime. Right? All you hoping, but all of your might that God will come. Because all you know, chances are you're not doing all your best. Every man know that. I know I have to do more to please the Most High. That's why I'm outside here preaching. But these men are Israel who walking around outside here telling all themselves something. Telling all themselves, right? I go do my thing and the Most High go wait. A slaughter coming. And it's going to land upon all your heads.
Ezekiel 7 verse 25 says, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none.
So you see what the scripture said? Destruction coming and all they will seek peace. Because right now, all you're hoping what's going on in Venezuela ain't come here. All you're hoping the state of the economy get better. What you want to get better for? Right? For it to come like Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, instead of party right here in Trinidad and Tobago, in Cascade, homosexuals was having sex in the party. Only one thing to get better for these abominations to go on the face of the earth. Hey, we know time is near. All we have to do is hold firm. Time is near. And destruction coming. This is not a game. You go see all you're going to do when that time comes.
The 2 Chronicles chapter 15 verse 13. He said that whosoever will not seek the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman.
Most High is a respect of no one. If you ain't do what he said, the Most High is not a Democrat or not a Republican. The Most High is a dictator. And if you don't do what he said, he give you a little grace period. He sent the prophets and them to warn you because he's a just man. The Most High is going to perform a slaughter without giving all your warning. After the prophets and them come and warn all you, the slaughter going to come. Just like in the days of Noah. When the flood comes and people start to die, the bawling for salvation. But guess what? No salvation came. Too late will be the cry.
Yeah, I'm going to get something too.
So you see, right now, we as the only people who really are love. And love is an action word. If you see your brothers and your sisters doing something that will end up getting them killed, you come out and you warn them. Love is not a feeling you just get in your belly. Love is to try your best to do the commandments, laws, and statutes of the Most High.
Nice love. Respect.
This is Isaiah chapter 65. Verse 11. He said, but ye are they that forsake the Lord Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table, that he said that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink of offering unto that number. Therefore I will number you to the sword, and he shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, he did not answer, and when I speak, he did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delight not.
They prepare a table for a troop like Nathan. Kitchen Jake, the wrong thing. Preparing a table for the fucking so-called white man to come and take them. Understand? That is what let us do. Alright?
This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 11. He said, but ye are they that forsake the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
The YouTube church. That's why you niggas gonna be put to death outside here.
That's right.
Because when you forsake the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai.
That's right.
Or when you forsake the Lord Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai. Did Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai ever come to anyone or their person and talk to them at any point in time? No. He never did. He sent his men outside here. Just as we outside here.